In the background. I did everything myself in here. That is not how you do the business. And that right there is a house that I have already flipped as well. And I already know that I can flip this house to a buyer on my buyers list because I got a strong buyers list in this area. Hey guys, it is John Cochran, and today it is System Saturday, where I bring you a system that I use inside of my business that you can rip off and duplicate so that you can have the same success that I'm having. And what I wanted to do on today's session is, I'm not going to really be bringing you a real estate system per se or anything like that, but you can use this to any aspect of your business or in your life or anything like that. And what it is called the power of 10%. So obviously I get a lot of questions. We get hundreds of emails a day, and I get a lot of questions. And a lot of people ask me, John, how in the world did you scale so big so quick? How in the world did I get to almost broke to going ahead and making a lot of money so quick? And how did I go ahead and do that? Guys, you'd think that I had to put a man on the moon to go through and do this, but it all gets down to your marketing. Okay, it all gets down to your marketing, and very few people, they budget for their marketing. Very few people do that, and that's the problem with the way that people go ahead and when they're in business. And I was very guilty of this, really honestly, about the first, I'd say about 9 years of my real estate career, is that I would go ahead and throw some marketing out and it wouldn't work, and then I would possibly go ahead and get a deal, and then whenever I got that deal done, I'd get paid. Okay? Well, the problem was that I got paid, and that's great, but now my marketing wasn't consistent. Okay? So my marketing wasn't consistent, so what that meant was that I would have to go ahead and get a paycheck one month, and then the next month I probably wouldn't get one, and then the next month after that I might get one, and then the next one after that I would definitely go ahead and get a paycheck. And in order to go ahead and really scale, okay, none of your competitors do this, I can promise you this. And I can promise you that you probably won't even do this unless you are really ready to go through and take your business to the next level, and you're really dedicated to go ahead and make a shit ton of money. Okay? And it's called the power of 10%, and it's very simple. What you do is every single time that you go through and you get a check, okay, every single time that you get a check, you take 10% of that check and you open up a new checking account. Okay, so open up a new checking account, and say you get a $1,000 check. Okay, so you get a $1,000 check. You just did a closing, you get a $1,000 check. You need to go ahead and put 10% of that, or $100, into a new checking account, which is going to be now your marketing checking account. See, that's where so many people go wrong, is they go through and they just don't have a very consistent marketing budget. Okay, they just have a very inconsistent marketing budget. So if you go through and you get a check, and you get a $1,000 check, and you have to go through and spend 10% of that, $100, the next month, that's how you guys go ahead and scale. Okay, and that's how you guys do consistent deals. Okay, so whenever I was first into the business and I started doing the 10%, I would go through and I would do some marketing, I would go ahead and get a check, and maybe I made a $5,000 check. Okay, so what I would do is I would go take $500, put it into a new checking account, and the next 30 days, that was my $500 I had to go ahead and spend on my marketing for the next 30 days. Well, within that $500, obviously what's going to happen is I'm going to market with it. Okay, what's going to naturally happen is I'm going to get leads, and with leads you go ahead and you get money. Okay, that's what happens. You go ahead and you end up doing closings. Well, the month after that, you spend the $500 on the marketing, and then maybe you make $10,000. Okay, you make $10,000 rather than $5,000. So now you have $1,000 to go ahead and spend over the next 30 days. Okay, so, and it just keeps scaling like that. Guys, I can promise you, if you have the mentality to go ahead and really go ahead and take 10% of your check and to put it into an account so that you can go ahead and spend that the next 30 days on your marketing, and have the mentality too that has to be gone in 30 days. Like, act like it's not even your money. Act like it's my money. Act like it's my money on just a debit card that you just take, and you're just free to market with my money. Okay, that's how I do it, because I don't like to spend my own money. So go ahead and do that, guys. I can promise you that once you do that, that's exactly how I went to going through and making $2,500 a month to $25,000 a month to $50,000. That's how you go ahead and you scale. So do the power of 10%. Just open up another checking account every time you get a check. Take 10% of it, and then go spend that 10% the next 30 days. And I can promise you that your competitors will just be scratching their heads, wondering where the hell you're getting all this marketing money for. And you know what? Once you get far enough along, it's gonna be hard to catch you. So do that, guys. I can promise you that's a huge tip that I can go ahead and give you. What I want you to do is I want you to comment on the video below. Let me know what you think of this. Are you doing this currently, and what do you think of these System Saturday? I'll see you on the next one.